tell us if you can, quickly, the Utah man story.
I was hoping you weren't going to ask about that. I just put it in just to have a good story. Okay, so I dated a guy who lived in Utah, and I was living in Las Vegas at the time. And we were doing sort of a long-distance relationship. We were together for about 3 months or so. And in the beginning, it was great. You know, he was hot, the sex was amazing, we had mad chemistry. And again, it was long distance, so every time we would see each other, it was always in a different city, right? So we'd stay in these, you know, really nice hotels, we'd go to nice restaurants, like we had a really great dating life. After a few months went by, it was about 3 months, we were in New York together, and we went out to a nightclub. Well, we go and we get a table together, and his card kept declining. Damn. It was like $7,000 for the table. And he came up to me, he's like, babe, like, I really don't want to be on the phone with the bank for like an hour. Like, can you put it on your card?
The Tinder swindler.
No. Oh my God, no, literally. So at the time I was like, oh, you know, $7,000 is a lot for me. Like, I think I was like 21 at the time. And I was like, yeah, babe, no problem. I just need you to pay me back. So, you know, again, we were there together. I was like, okay, here's my card. Put it on my card. You know, we had a great night, and that was that. So the next day, we fly back to Utah, and again, we're staying in a hotel, and I asked him, I was like, you know, we've been seeing each other for a while. Like, how come I've never stayed the night at your house? Like, I would really love to see your home. And he would always make up these excuses, like, oh, it's being rented out. You know, there was always some excuse as to why we couldn't stay there. So finally, he was like, I convinced him, you know, we stayed one night in a hotel in Utah. So then the next night, he was like, okay, babe, we can go stay at my house, but there's a few things I need to tell you. So he told me he was taking care of his mom and that he had 2 kids, which was fine. I was like, okay, no problem. So, you know, I get to his house. He's living in his mom's basement. He has 2 kids.
Oh my goodness.
I find out that all the cars that he was driving, you know, when he was picking me up, they weren't his cars. So yeah, it was huge. Yeah, sold me the dream. Well, even with all of that, you know, him living in his mom's basement, him having kids, I was fine with that because I was so crazy about him. But when I left Utah and I went back to Vegas, he just straight ghosted me. Like, I didn't hear from him. And keep in mind, like, he owes me $7,000. So I was like, what is going on here? Like, you know, if anything, I should be leaving him, right? But yeah, long story short, I had to hire an attorney to get my money back.
Damn.
I was trying to hunt him down because he just wouldn't respond to me. So I called some of his friends, and it turns out that there were several other people who had cases against him because he owed them money. And I was like, oh my God, I got swindled.
Damn.
Yes, so I dated a swindler. I did end up getting my money back, though. My attorney
Shout out to the Tinder swindlers of the world. You're my hero.